10. So definitely kind of been trending down since yesterday. Officially down 0.3 for the day. Ethereum doing a little worse. Ethereum is at 2,279. It's down a massive 1.7%. You can see it's kind of trending down. So it's kind of lagging a little bit. XRP doing a little bit better. XRP $1.44.6, down 0.7 for the day. And Solana been outperforming all week. Solana is at 94.83, flat even for the day. So, hey, Scott. Yeah, Scott. Scott from the Heine community over there. We'll show that. Mentioned. We got word yesterday that Zoom, the CoinZoom token, will be getting listed on a second exchange. CoinZoom, of course, a U.S. regulated exchange that I've been using since it started for 4 or 5 years now. Obviously, I'm a huge advocate of the card. I got to start posting more content. I use the card all day, every day. It's actually the only banker card I have. And until now, it's only been available on the CoinZoom app, which you can download on the Play or App Store, whether you have an Apple or a Google phone or whatever. But it is the only regulated U.S. exchange. I think there's only 7. I'm the only one with a token. So I think as we get out there, it's going to be good. And I'll show that. I think I've got your post here. I'm going to show, Scott. You reposted that. But going on another exchange here, which will make it easier for people to get. We're going to be launching a new affiliate program so people can share it, which they're doing anyway. Now you'll get a little bit back from people you share when they use their Visa card at like 70 million locations anywhere in the world that accepts Visa card. But Kevin Warsh was confirmed yesterday as a Fed governor, and then today he needs to be confirmed as the Fed chairman. Powell, who hasn't been that, I don't know, hasn't been that friendly to crypto, but I guess we should more say he hasn't been friendly to Trump. Something he's doing a good job, something he's don't. The Fed is usually behind the 8 ball, to be honest with you, when you talk to most professional money managers. But nonetheless, Warsh is the first pro crypto. Famously said recently, if you're under 40 years old, crypto is your gold. Bitcoin is your gold, rather. So I'm pretty sure it's a done deal. I think they did invoke cloture, which means they just need a simple majority vote, even along party lines, which I think they were. I think will be our new Fed chair today. So that could be bullish. I think that's a done deal, maybe priced in, maybe not, but I think it'll help. So that was good news coming out of yesterday. Senator Bernie Moreno says the banking cartel is in full panic mode over the Clarity Act. For decades, these banks have treated your deposit like their personal piggy bank, paying you next to nothing while lending your money out for massive profits and executive bonuses. Yeah, absolutely. And so there's a lot of word now. They're trying to come in and cause some problems. It's supposed to be voted on early in the morning Thursday, so we'll see what happens. Could just be some last minute wrangling. Trump with his historic meeting with Xi in China this week. I think it's going to be a tour. I don't know if they're just going to meet 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days, but they're ahead of us. So I think it could be even to this afternoon or somewhere, our time, because I think they're like 18 plus 18 or something like that. They're already they're well ahead of us. So anyway, then now there's rumors now that there might be a deal with China, might even investing some money. You know how Trump's been pushing that. Trump loves that. But listen, I think it's going to be positive. These guys are both very similar, both very smart, both hardcore, very good negotiators, right? So I think that we're going to see, move my camera here a little bit. Sorry, I've got horrible lighting in this setup. I've got to fix that at some point, but really just trying to get some content laid down, figure it out. But anyway, Yeah, I think good stuff's going to come out of that meeting. I really do. And the war is kind of on hold right now. No, nothing good. I'm not hearing any good war. The banking committee did release a new draft of that Clarity Act last night, so maybe that's the final one. I don't know. Like I say, last minute wrangling for sure. We'll see what happens. But this is why we kind of a slow grind down this week. Yesterday was the most flat. There's a lot of stuff happening, but there's not a lot of clarity, if that makes sense. So big stuff happened, including the CPI, which came out. We'll talk about here in a minute. eBay rejects GameStop's $56 billion takeover bid. eBay called the offer neither credible nor attractive, with doubts over how the much smaller GameStop would finance the deal. Maybe Ryan Cohen just needs to buy more friggin' Bitcoin. They're basically a shell of a company with good name recognition and billions of dollars in cash. Freaking just buy Bitcoin, man. Be done. Be a end out a legend. Turn that into a serious company. I don't know why they have bought a little bit, but just like crazy. They've had all this opportunity to buy Bitcoin and they just haven't. So crazy, man. I think him and Saylor even met personally. So I'm surprised, but Cohen just doesn't obviously really understand Bitcoin. So too bad for him. Here it is, Scott. In fact, this is Scott's post. There it is. Heineken Scott. True believer there. I know he uses card a lot. But here it is. This is from Bitmart. Upcoming new listing. Bitmart will list Zoom soon. Keep an eye on our socials for further announcements. So I think they're going to talking to Ben, one of the co-founders yesterday. He said that, they have a good plan. Bitmart has a good plan to, kind of promote this for a couple months. So that'll be good. This just makes it easier for people that aren't, the more places you have to buy it as it gains notoriety and gets out there, as we start to share it more, it just gives people more options to buy it. I know that this could be, Mexi is a good solid exchange, especially for people outside the United States. Bitmart's good as well. And there could be other listings to follow. So I think that is bullish. I think over time, it should be, right now, listen, there's 600 million tokens or a penny and a half. It's like a $9 million valuation on a company that has almost $1 million in revenue per month. So I think that's crazy. But, once again, it's all supply and demand. What really drives the price up is more users locking up those tokens so they can get a higher percentage back when they use their debit card. So thanks, Scott, for the call out, and thanks for that retweet there. I know the CoinZoom is recognizing you as one of their most bullish supporters out there and retweeting and commenting on your tweets. So that's great, man. And it is a great platform, but I'm an insider. So listen more to people like Scott than myself, because I'm not at all. I don't have that's why you have to disclose when you're on TV and stuff. You need to disclose if you get paid for promotion. And also obviously if you're an insider, because you're not you can't, you have very high bias, strong biases. So I'm the most biased person there is on CoinZoom. So don't listen to me, but check it out. And DYOR, do your own research. Michael Saylor said the Clarity Act markup could unlock the next wave of digital capital and boost Bitcoin adoption. We have everyone saying that. Mr. Wonderful literally saying there's a couple of $1 trillion on the sidelines, and he would know. He runs a bunch of funds, he's best known obviously from Shark Tank, but in the financial world, he's a player for sure. Love how he loves watches so much he wears 2 at a time. That cracks me up. Grayscale amends their hyper liquid ETF to include hyper staking. Look, hype is not going away. I've been talking about it for a few years now and been stacking a little bit. I wish I'd stacked more, and I am going to step up, but they're really the leader. They are a layer 1 too. Very good, very cheap. Though they're really all that's built on it significantly is their perps exchange, but it's by far the biggest decentralized perps exchange there is. So that's something you ought to probably be putting in your portfolio. probably be holding a little bit. And we have Grayscale, and we have another ETF starting to list today, which I'll show you here in a minute. Oil up $102 a barrel. Let's see if we can see over here. Yeah, crude 101.4, so up 3.4% today. So crude oil definitely up with the stalling talks between U.S. and Iran. Like there just seems to be nothing. I think it's just a matter of how's Trump going to react. Maybe China will play a role in it, but I think the China thing's going to overshadow it this week, to be honest with you. So we shall see. But yeah, people who longed oil, and probably good. Bhutan, the happiest country in the world, launched a fast-track licensing pathway for crypto firms with integrated banking access, 0% corporate tax, and zero capital gains tax. What that means is they want companies to domicile or to have an office or to kind of build out of there, which could help them. And they're kind of doing kind of what Puerto Rico does for Americans, and what a few different countries like BVI, British Virgin Islands, some of these different countries do offer a big incentives for people to, I don't know if you'd become a citizen there, but just they're making it friendly. I think we'll see some companies move there. They've famously, of course, been mining Bitcoin on the sly, several $1 billion worth. They've sold a lot of it to build airports and things like that. But it was the most secluded country in the world. You do the research on it up there in the Himalayas, run by Buddhist monks. I mean, it was one of the last countries to open up, for like years and years. Nobody knew anything about it. It was very isolated. But anyway, kind of a cool little country and doing good stuff. And now I think it'll be attractive for some companies to set up over there, to be honest with you, and set up their offices there and have better tax. And then what you got to understand with these international tax structure or international, structures and stuff, then oftentimes when you bring your money, repatriate it back into your home country, there's often, you're dealing then with more treaties and stuff, more, governmental things than just, so you can have tax benefits and things like that. And obviously, especially with like how the UK is becoming so unfriendly to people and wealth taxes and unfriendly to crypto, you're going to see more and more of this. And I think it's a great thing. Patrick Witt, who is took over for Bo Hines, I believe, who's with Tether these days. But he is the crypto expert or whatever. I don't know his exact title there in the White House. And he said he was snubbed. He said he invited top bank trade groups, including ABBA's Rob Nichols, to February White House meetings to solve the stablecoin. They refused to attend. So they just have, they're fighting it tooth and nail. So we'll see if that does it. Okay, from our good friend, longtime friend here, Quantum 5652, also coming, good friend from X, coming at me from YouTube, which I appreciate because I think it's been boosting, especially when you make comments. I've noticed way more views on YouTube, and I think it's from the support I'm getting. He said Hyperliquid has Hypercore, which is the DEX, then Hyper EVM, which is the blockchain where you can deploy protocols like Felix, Kinetics, etc. The EVM side has lagged somewhat, but has potential. No, I absolutely agree. That's how you have to look at it. Is you don't really need anything beyond the DEX to make it an attractive investment. But of course, it's a top level competitor, L1. So you're kind of getting hidden potential. You're kind of getting killing two birds with one stone, or getting double value, in my opinion. We're early on the EVM side, but I'm pretty damn bullish on it, to be honest with you. Now we're seeing ETFs. This is interesting. Our guy Mario in the fall, which is kind of, I don't know, Mario's, man, he's kind of back and forth. I'm wondering if it's just maybe different people posting for him. You get whiplash honest takes, right? So it's kind of weird. But anyway, still one of the biggest posters on X said the UAE is reportedly carrying out covert attacks on Iran. I wouldn't call them covert attacks. I'd be calling them long overdue reciprocatory attacks, right? So they've been getting bombed for, well, now it appears they've been carrying on some missions, which good for them. They shouldn't just sit back and let them. I mean, it's really hurting their image, if nothing else. So I don't blame them. Saudi, UAE, all these guys ought to be hitting back hard. So hats off to them. Dang it. What was the oh, here it is. CPI. So CPI came in at 3.8. This is core inflation. Expected 3.7, previous 3.3. Core, where they strip out, I think, fuel and a few things. Core was 2.8, expected 2.7, previous 2.6. So I think we know this. This comes to no surprise. But when it's even a little hotter than projected, not a good thing. Nonetheless, Powell's out. We already know what Powell's going to do. Powell and Trump did not get along at all. He turned a little political. 2 or 3 rate cuts, tried to help Biden out. That's when I kind of lost. He kind of lost any support I had for him. But anyway, nonetheless, he's out. Warsh is in. I think we're going to see rate cuts. See, and I say this all the time, but the Fed has a dual mandate. All they care about is inflation. The only thing they're supposed to care about is inflation and jobs. Whereas Trump has to worry about those, but he also has to worry about interest on the national debt, which we're overpaying by about $1 trillion right now. And the housing market sucks, and that's killing everyone. Nobody, I mean, we saw yesterday 680,000 or 620,000 more buyers or sellers than buyers, highest it's ever been. Nobody's buying that. That kills the economy. People get stuck and lose their equity, can't get equity, can't sell when they're in a crunch. They lose a job or whatever, which we're also seeing happening. So need to get this done. But anyway, not to be expected, certainly too with the war. But when it becomes even higher than projected, that's not good. That's not good, but it is what it is. Oh, here it is. Here's more thing. Anyway, inflation's not done. Some people even talking stagflation, where you get no growth, low jobs, and inflation. That's kind of the worst. 21 shares. There it is. They're launching their hyper liquid ETF today. That's usually been a good thing. Look how good it's been for Solana. Look how good it's been for XRP. So these ETFs are great. Let's more institutional money buy them. So Hype, we'll check in, see how Hype's doing today. And gosh dang it. One of them was about Kathy Woods. Kathy Woods bought 5.5 million shares of Circle. I've been talking about buying Circle as a good way to play the stable coin, the big stable coin. And they're up like 16%. They had a monster first quarter. Yeah, so now we're looking at the NASDAQ down 0.65, Dow down 0.72. So it's a generally down day. Looking here over, we'll take a last look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin, let it refresh here. Bitcoin, well, let's look at the hourly. We see here in the daily, we're down 0.3. Let's look at the hourly, see how we're faring. Wide swings, a couple $100. Anyway, yeah, it's a down day. I don't expect too much, but let's see if we can see how Hype's doing. Is that Hype right there? Nope, that's Humanity. Where's Hype? Not seeing my, wow, it's not even up today. It's interesting. Pepe, how's Pepe doing? Pepe's sitting at 1.8 billion. So Pepe's not doing bad overall. Still, it's been like what, 10, 12 billion. So what's Hype? I'm going to have to type it in here. I do not like the new format here for crypto bubbles, at least for desktop. Hyperliquid. There we are. Okay, Hyperliquid down 1% today. It's number 12 at 9.7 billion. Pretty flat, really, up 63% for the year. But yeah, I mean, it's a valuation. It's a bigger stock, but I just think it's got more upside, so I'll continue to buy it. Oh, hey, Mr. Heine from the Heine Coin coming in from South Florida. I noticed some great posts up there, beach views, running on the beach. Gotta love it, man. Glad you could check in. Have a good trip. We actually chatted a little bit yesterday on some different things, but and then last but not least, Quantum 5652. Do you have any exposure or thoughts on Eric Voorhees' AI project called Venice, VVV? You know, I got in at the pre-sale or at the launch, and I haven't done much since. I don't know if I kept it, got out, but I have noticed that jumping in. Let's take a quick look at that VVV token. Yeah, I was kind of excited about it early on and then haven't thought too much about it, but here it is. It's ranked 72, 780 million, up it's up 73%. Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know. I need to revisit it. I did get in on the pre-sale or whatever, and then it just kind of flattened out, but I need to take another look at that. Thanks for bringing that up. I did notice it was up huge yesterday in the last few days, but yeah, up now ranked number 72. So the VVV token, yeah, don't remember that much about it. Oh, Goachmaster, your 9-year-old, shout out on her birthday. Elizabeth headed to Disneyland. Congratulations. Congratulations. You know, I went to Lawera High School, which is the closest one, like 2 blocks from Disneyland. So I had a lot of friends there. Used to go to Disneyland. Wow, what a great place. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Wow, 9 years old and heading to Disneyland. Exciting stuff, man. Very exciting. Exciting. Man, it's been a while since I've been. Geez, I don't know when the last time I went to Disneyland, but I bet I've been to Disneyland 100+ times, man. We used to go hang out because we had friends that worked there, so we'd get in for free. But now, fun place, man. That's got to be a lot of fun. Got to be a lot of fun. The happiest place on earth. I remember used to love that place when I was a kid. Yeah. Cool. Well, Elizabeth, you have fun. You have fun. I'm going to I think I have Goachmaster. Goachmaster, if you're on the show, I don't know if you could be on there today. DM me your Zoom me. I think I might have it saved, but I'm gonna send over like $50 for Elizabeth. Of course, that probably only buys you a hot dog, but I'm gonna send over $50 in something, maybe cash or something, so you can use your Zoom card to buy Elizabeth something a little extra. Doesn't buy much at Disneyland these days, but it'll be a little something. So happy birthday to Elizabeth, man. Exciting stuff. Well, look, guys, it's going to be, I don't know. It's a lot happening. I think we just kind of slowly stay here, maybe grind down until we hear some good news, but we'll see. We'll be back tomorrow. Join me over on Bitcoin opening bell or GM Bitcoin show if you want to. And happy birthday again to Elizabeth. So, and we'll